Welcome to lesson 7 called Maintaining Your Blog. We already covered lesson 6. Did I miss that one? 5. Yeah, I guess so. Maintaining your blog. Yeah, I guess so. Welcome to lesson 7, Blogging for Badasses Content Marketing Course for Blogs. This one's called Maintaining Your Blog. Now that you have a blog, you'll have to come up with a plan to keep it maintained. I'll release a course on social media later, but blogging needs to be contained on its own calendar. I'll release the calendars thing when I release the social media course, but until then, write it the fuck down. When you are trying to build a blog up to boost your branding efforts, the maintenance of the blog will matter a great deal. To pull in traffic and turn a casual visitor into a customer or a frequent visitor, you'll need to offer things that they want to see, read about, or can actually use. Maintaining a blog does take some work, but it can be a rather fun process. The more useful and frequent entries are, the more likely it is you'll be able to develop a following and rapport with visitors. While there is no set formula for how often a blog needs to be updated, frequency can prove to be important for gaining rankings and traffic. Options for maintaining your blog. While many people choose to build and maintain their own blogs, this is not the only option available for you. Keep in mind that the content doesn't always have to mean a written post either. Images, videos can also serve well here and assist them in keeping a blog looking fresh. Some of the avenues you can take to ensure your blog is updated on a regular basis include: write this thing your damn self. Most of the PSU Pickup Daily crew are building personal brands, which means you need to create your own content. We spend PLR content for a faster workflow. I got a whole PSU course coming up on fast content generation. Using inside writers. So you can write your own posts, or you can have people within your company contribute. Depending on the size of your company, you can spread the responsibilities to different staff members that might be able to help with content that will assist in building up your brand. For a corporate brand, for example, the marketing department might write the majority of posts. Their posts, however, can be complemented with articles written by product developers, the CEO, engineers, and so on. Hiring professionals. Depending on the niche topic your blog will focus on, it is possible professional writers can be hired to add updates. These writers may post about their own experiences with their niche or your product. They might also keep the blog fresh with interesting industry-related news and events. Professional companies and solo freelancers can also add a new perspective to a blog that helps build branding efforts while making posts more varied and interesting. You can use guest writers. It's also possible to ask other niche-related industry professionals to write posts for the blog. Guest posts are an excellent way to vary content and keep it fresh and interesting. This technique works very well for certain products, news, blogs, and other similar pursuits. Think multimedia and social media. Blog content does typically center on the written word, but visuals can also make a huge impact. To make sure your blog supports your branding efforts and is also appealing, be sure to include a variety of different presentations. Remember that PSU Pickup Daily strategy is to get famous, so hit every viable platform that we can with every piece of content we make. Some of the options here include photographs. It's not a bad idea to include an image with every post or nearly every post. It's actually in our style guide. You got to include at least one header images, and then there's a whole bunch after that. If you're writing about how your baby blankets are hand knitted, showing an image of one being created. If your blog focuses on horror movie news, then make sure you include publicity shots that relate to a particular film you're discussing. Photographic images can support your content and pull readers in for a closer look. Slide decks. Okay, I'm going to do a whole lesson just on slide decks, but for now, just know it's possible and it fits right into the PSU Pickup Daily content framework. This thing that you're watching right now is a slide deck, even though it's more of a video sales letter type of slide deck. These things are super popular on LinkedIn, and so I'm going to show you how to create them in a different course. Videos. Creating videos to support posts or to be used in place of a standard post is also a great way to go. Videos might explain how to use products, show how they're made, demonstrate related accessories, and so on. If you're blogging to create a branded news site, consider using footage related to your posts. I got a whole 5 courses or something coming out on YouTube videos, how to edit and all that stuff. So don't worry, you're going to learn that shit too. Audio. Podcasts and other audio pieces can vary the content on a site and make it more appealing to visitors. We're not starting podcasting on the Pickup Daily Network until Q4 in 2018. So don't worry about that right now. If you want to get started, you can actually use Anchor, which is amazing. But otherwise, don't dive down the rabbit hole yet. You got plenty of work here with all this other content we're talking about. It's not necessary to use Ultimedia presentations for every post or even very often. Actually, it really is. Use video and everything, and you're going to get a lot more traction. Occasional use, however, can really add value to your content. These additions can also be used on their own in place of posts, which will help you create a more fluid site. Remember, readers are more likely to return frequently if they A, like what they see, and B, know content will be fresh and new when they visit again. Frequency of posts matters. Imagine picking up a newspaper and reading the same exact stories that appeared yesterday. You wouldn't be happy. Chances are you never buy that newspaper again. The same idea holds true almost for blogs. Readers like to see new content on a regular basis. This gives them something to look forward to, and it also helps with their branding efforts. This goes for every social media platform. Frequency can make or break you on YouTube, and it can keep your follower counts up on IG and Twitter. There's no particular rule on how often a blog should be updated, but if you're working on gaining credibility for your blog and your brand, more is often better. It is frequently recommended that updates go into a blog between 3 to 5 times weekly. It is also best to make sure that the updates are spread throughout the course of several days in each week. When posts are updated frequently, your branding efforts will benefit because A, frequent posting can help with increasing the keyword density on the blog, which helps you get found in the search engines. Your search engine rankings can go up, and you give more visitors reasons to return. You provide more points of entry into your blog so that people can learn about your brand, and you give yourself more ability to establish your blog as an authority on the subject matter. You increase your chances of having content that others will want to quote and link to, which in turn can increase your traffic. Launching your blog and putting some content on it is not really enough to really help with the branding efforts. To get the greatest benefits from the project, you do need to pay attention to the updates and make sure your content is relevant for the topic, useful or enjoyable for readers and friends. Fresh, yeah. While you can build traffic on your blog through SEO techniques alone, it does make sense to also employ some forms of advertising. This is especially so if you're trying to build a brand name. When you first start, people will not know to turn to your blog for information unless you tell them to. This is where a supporting marketing plan can really benefit your efforts.